Hey guys, Kris Amerikos here with another video for you. Today we're talking about quantifiers. Now, what is a quantifier? A quantifier is a word that tells us about large amounts, small amounts, zero amounts, or it tells us about when we have more or less of something we need or want. In general, there are some synonyms for the word quantity, which tells us how much we have. We can say quantity, we can say amount, we can say number. In this video, I'm going to use the word amount. When we talk about quantifier words, we're going to talk about 4 different categories. The first category is large amounts. When we talk about large amounts, we can use the phrase a lot or a lot of, or we can use the phrase lots or lots of. We use of when we have a noun that follows this phrase. If there's no noun, we don't use of. For example, how many friends does he have? A lot. How many friends does he have? He has a lot of friends. He has a lot of friends. Also, when we talk about large amounts, we can use the words many and much. We use many for countable nouns, and we use much for uncountable nouns. Usually we use a lot or lots when we have a positive verb in the sentence. So for example, he has a lot of friends. And we use many or much when we have a negative verb in the sentence, or if the sentence is a question. For example, how many friends does he have? He doesn't have many friends. When we talk about large amounts, we can also use the word or phrase plenty or plenty of. Again, we use of when we have a noun that follows it. If we don't have a noun, we don't use of. Plenty means something like enough or more than enough. Oh, I forgot my money at home. It's okay, I have plenty, I can pay for you. The next category is small amounts. When we talk about small amounts, we say a few or a little. A few is used with countable nouns, and a little is used with uncountable nouns. When we're talking about small amounts, we can also say very little or very few. Or we don't have to say the word very, we can just say little or few. Again, few is about countable nouns and little is about uncountable nouns. So what's the difference between a few and few? Well, when we say a few, we're talking about a small number, like 5, 6, 7. When we say few, we're talking about a small percentage. So if we ask the question, how many people own crocodiles as pets? If we answer a few, this means only 5, 6, 7 people in the world own crocodiles as pets. It's probably not accurate. Instead, we should say few. Few people own crocodiles as pets. This means a small percentage of the population. The third category that we're going to talk about is zero. When we want to talk about zero, we can say the word none. This is a short answer when someone asks a question. How many friends does he have? None. If we have a positive verb in the sentence, then we should use no. He has no friends. If we have a negative verb in the sentence, or if the sentence is a question, we should use any. Does he have any friends? He doesn't have any friends. And the last category that we're going to talk about is more or less than you need or want. Yeah, I know, it sounds kind of strange, but that's really what this category is about. This category has 2 words, enough and to. We usually use enough with negative verbs in a sentence to show that we have less than we want. And we usually use to with a positive verb in the sentence to show that we have more than we want. For example, how much money does he have? He doesn't have enough money. How much money does he have? He has too much money. Now, when we talk about enough and to, we also need to remember that there are some special rules about their position in the sentence. We use the word enough after an adjective or an adverb. For example, he drives fast enough. But we use enough before a noun in a sentence. For example, I have enough apples. The word to is also tricky. If we use to before an adjective or an adverb, it means more than we want. But if we use to after an adjective or an adverb, it means also. Just remember this example. My father drives too fast. My mother drives fast too. This means my father drives so fast that it's more than I want. And my mother also drives fast. I hope this video helped you understand quantifiers and words that express quantity. Make sure you press like, press subscribe and leave a comment under the video. Until next time, it's Kris Amerikos.